Hey, Rachel here. I'm back again with freezing onions and I'm shredding them. This time using my Bosch mixer. My last video was using my KitchenAid mixer, which didn't turn out how I wanted it to. So I wanted to show you how my Bosch does with it. And so here's the process. I've got my onions. I cut off the tops and the bottoms, cut them in half, take off the outer hard skin outside. And then I put it over here into my Bosch shredder slicer thingy. So this is a separate attachment, which I've had forever, and I got from my mom, which I don't know how long she's had it, but I lived in Germany when I was like a really long time ago, 12. So almost 20 years ago. And it looks like my mom bought this attachment there because it's in German. But that's okay. I looked up on Amazon and they actually have not this exact attachment, but a different one where they just have the lid and the shredder top part and the shredder blades that you can buy that attach to your large bowl, as opposed to this that's just a whole separate attachment thing that came together. So anyways, besides my really old Bosch that I have, I just love how this thing shreds. I use this to shred almost everything. When I make hash browns, onions, I did carrots the other day. Zucchini I did the other day. I love the size. I love how it works. But this onion project, gosh dang it, is one of those things that's like, you sit down and do it, and you're like, okay, this is going to take me like 30 minutes, because I've done it so many times, right? So it shouldn't take very long. Yeah, we're going on like an hour and a half now, because I decided to break away and try new things. So with my onions, I actually normally use my food processor blender thing. I'll pull it out. This that I got from Walmart for like $2 or something like that. It was on sale. But I normally use that because I like to cook with my onions pretty much gone. They're like dissolved pretty much. So I like to do that, but I have a whole bunch of onions to do today. So I was like, okay, I'm going to shred them up to freeze them. So first, I start with my KitchenAid here, and I have a separate video of how that didn't work out quite right because the half or fourth of the onion got stuck in the top because there's a large gap there. And I'd never shredded onions with my KitchenAid shredder, but I do love my KitchenAid shredder. I've used it on a few other things, but I really like my Bosch shredder a lot, so I haven't used it for at least a year, my shredder. And I also chose to use that because all my onions would fall down into the bag, and I thought that was pretty nifty to save me on, dishes, because I hate doing dishes. Yes, I do. But, so back around to my onions. So back to my Bosch. So as you can see up here between the lid and the blade, there is some extra that's kind of lost in there, but not nearly as much as the KitchenAid. And this extra, I will just take and chop it up on a chopping board to be really small. Or I'll maybe put my super duper grinder. I don't know. But, so that's what my KitchenAid are compared to my Bosch. And yeah, so that's my Bosch. And that's how it works. And it's doing great. I love it. Good luck freeze. Oh, I guess I'll tell you how I freeze since I'm here too. So cut tops off, shred it, put it in freezer Ziplocs with what it is, the date. I fill it about half full, and then I take it off, zip it up, crush it down flat so that way it stores well in my freezer, and I just break off chunks while it's frozen to throw in my food to cook with. And so that's how I do that all year long. I've never had any onions go bad in the freezer. They're great. I love freezing things. So if this is what you want to do, freeze some onions, it's a great option. Bye.